Your Honor, truthfully, I wasn't the one smoking the marijuana. That was my ride back and forth at the time to get my kids to school.
No.
It's not a reason, but
People come before me and they cry, but I will tell you the thing about being on probation, it's either you did it or you didn't do it.
yes,
Tears don't weigh that yes, you did it or no, you didn't. That's
Sure.
just emotions.
right.
Thank you. Women love weaponizing tears, and they're really good at doing this. I'm talking about manipulative women, chameleons, deceptive women. They know how to cry to get you to feel sorry for them. They cry to make you believe them or listen to them. I see women crying while lying all the time. Now, that doesn't work on people like me or the judge here. Crying doesn't mean you're telling the truth or you're genuine. It's just emotions. And sometimes acting. Man, I'm so glad she said that. So today we have a mother in court. She's on probation, but she's not fully compliant. The judge is losing patience with her. She's got 8 kids, and she's in jeopardy of going to prison and or getting her kids taken away from her. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click that notification bell for all updates. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Yes. Monica Gallardo. All right, who's her attorney?
Your Honor, she doesn't have any name. This is a compliance hearing.
All right, so Ms. Gallardo,
It's your Honor.
you're gonna have to start doing better. Otherwise, you're looking at going to prison, okay?
Yes,
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you're gonna have to start. One, you're gonna have to provide your bills to office visits. You understand?
Yes.
This is your last chance to provide them with what your bills are so that they can come up with a payment plan for
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
If you don't do that, if you miss a reporting date with them, next time I get this, we're not going to have a compliance hearing. It's just going to be a motion to revoke if everything is in order. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And let me see, you need to start reporting because they're saying you didn't report in September, December, or January. I'm not going to have any more issues with that.
So this is a compliance hearing. She broke the law. She was charged and convicted of a felony, but instead of being sent to prison, she was placed on probation. She's not fully compliant with probation, so the judge called her in for a compliance hearing. So far, the first problem, she missed 3 months of bill submissions. As a part of her probation, she's required to share her monthly bills so they can calculate how much money they're going to make her pay in fees. They're being so lenient with this woman. When was the last time you saw a court ask a man to provide his monthly liabilities so they can charge him an amount on probation that he can afford? Or do they just tell him how much money they want in restitution or to go to probation, and he better just come up with that money or they're going to throw him in jail? Women are treated like babies and victims even when they're wrong. She broke the law.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
then they said they made contact at your residence on January and not with you because nobody was there. So now they're saying that you're staying in a motel with your 8 children.
Yes,
Do
Your
you
Honor.
have any residence to stay with your children?
No, I have no, Your Honor. I'm currently waiting on my taxes. I lost the home in January. I did call my probation officer and say that I was still going and getting the mail and things. I had plumbing issues. And it was like slumlords. They weren't fixing it. So I had no choice other than to get water, boil it, and do all of that. It was just too much.
First of all, nobody told you to have a whole basketball team of children. She's got the starting lineup and the bench. At some point, being a single mother, you should have just stopped. Learn how to close your legs or use protection. This is insane. Really? 8 kids? No man? And then she can't take care of them. She's stuck at the extended stay. And yes, it's horrible that you're dealing with a slumlord. Those folks are very nasty for taking our tax money for you and your kids to stay there, but they can't even fix the plumbing. I can't stand that, but that has nothing to do with your probation. Obviously, you didn't call your probation officer right away to let them know that you had to move to the motel. You're being supervised, ma'am. You can't just move where you want without notifying these folks first.
So I moved, me and my older daughter moved my kids into a room until I could receive that money and get stable again. I signed up for the homeless hotline. They said that they would help me if it came before then in a 30-day period. That's all I'm waiting on, Your Honor. I just had the health issues. That's not a reason for any of this, but I'm on track to get better. I'm doing everything that I can, and I will do everything that you asked, Your Honor.
All right, and you keep missing your UAs, and then they have you using. If you have medical issues, I don't think they're telling you that you need to be using marijuana.
No, Your Honor.
See, no, you're doing too much. You're on probation, dodging UAs. That's because she's out here using. We all know that. If she took that drug test, she knew that she wouldn't pass it. So what she's doing out here is refusing to take the test by dodging it. Out here spending money on green, but you can't afford to take care of your children. And then up here bumming off your oldest daughter, making her responsible for helping and providing for you and her siblings, all because you failed to have the right fathers for your children that will commit to you, or failing to be a woman that's worthy of commitment.
No,
And if you're in a hotel room with your children, that's a confined space. They don't need to see their mom doing marijuana, know that she's doing marijuana. And what I will tell you, this, people think their children don't know when they're using marijuana. They do.
I know.
And other children tease them because guess what? Their clothes smell like marijuana. So either you're going to be a good mom to these 8 children or you're not.
I am,
If you're
Your
not
Honor.
going to be a good mom to them, then maybe you need to let the government raise them. And I always tell people, the government is not a good person to raise your children. You understand?
I agree, Your Honor.
She can't focus on being a good mom and taking care of all those kids properly because she's too busy smoking all the time. The state is about to take those kids. Watch. I already know the judge is concerned hearing that all of them are living in a motel.
If you give me this opportunity to make these things right, my UAs was because I couldn't financially do it. I know that.
Well, I
has
mean, you
nothing
can
to-
financially get married.
Your Honor, truthfully, I wasn't the one smoking the marijuana. That was my ride back and forth at the time to get my kids to school.
No.
It's not a reason, but I mean, I understand.
I can't stand it, lying and crying and crying. First, she said that she was missing the UAs because she didn't have money, but you can afford to smoke. Then she said that when her test came back positive, it was because she was riding with other people smoking. It wasn't her. Like, lady, if you don't get your old shaggy face self out of here with these elementary excuses.
But I did not.
Why are you riding with your children in a car with somebody who's getting married?
They were smoking. The car smells like it.
Yeah. So you putting your children in a car. Then if you're testing positive for marijuana because of
Then
riding
they are,
around in a
Your
vehicle,
Honor.
yeah, they are. So that makes you a bad mother.
I didn't realize it till the day that it came up and there was like traces. I didn't know I'm not a user.
No, you didn't realize that this lie you started telling is worse than the truth. And that's what you get. She's digging the hole deeper with all this lying. Now the judge is about to send CPS to that motel. This moron just testified that the reason why her test came back positive is because she was riding with someone else, and that's her only transportation to take her kids to school. So if they found traces in you because you rode in that car, that means your kids will have traces in their system too? Oh yeah, she's testifying that she's negligent. Those folks will definitely pay her a visit.
No.
But I understand everything you're saying, Your Honor.
I don't believe this story about you riding in the vehicle unless they're hotboxing in the vehicle. So here's the thing.
Yes, Your Honor.
People come before me and they cry, but I will tell you the thing about being on probation, it's either you did it or you didn't do it.
Yes.
Tears don't weigh that yes, you did it or no, you didn't. That's
Sure.
just emotions.
Right. And it's my fault and it's on me. And I promise to change. You won't see me here again, Your Honor.
I mean, if I do see you here again, it's going to be in the form of a motion to revoke.
I understand. Just give me this opportunity.
And you're on probation for a first-degree felony.
I understand, Your Honor. I'm aware of all these things.
And I can't tell people not to have any more children. That's not in my purview. But
I will not.
8 children,
I can. Judge, let me help you out real quick. Lady, stop having kids. You can't even take care of the ones you have, even with the help of the state. You're out here picking up felonies and babies and still walking the streets. You're a nuisance. And the only reason why you've been given so much grace is because they don't want to take all those kids away from you. They would rather keep you free. Texas CPS is already filled to capacity. Stop getting pregnant.
and they're living in a hotel, that's not good. Probation,
Yes, Your Honor.
what does she need?
I'll reach out to her officer to see what resources we can provide, Your Honor.
All right, we're not coming back here again for you not doing what you're supposed to do. It's simple for you to give your bills to probation. It's simple for you not to use marijuana. And do not come back in here with this story about you riding around in a vehicle And the only way you should be testing positive if you all are hotboxing in the vehicle. And if you're hotboxing in the vehicle, that means you're hotboxing with your children in the vehicle. All right. And what motel are you staying at?
At the extended stay. If they have kitchenettes and they have a refrigerator.
I'm going to want probation to visit that location to see how the children are doing. And it needs to be random.
Yes.
See what all that lying did? Now she's about to have those folks pop up on you to see how you're not taking care of all those kids. Honestly, though, they need to check on them anyway.
All right. And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Probation, are you able to get a UA today?
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, if I won't be able to test for levels.
No, oh, that's
but
okay.
If you just want a UA.
Yes. And let's see where we are.
Thank you.
All right. So if you don't provide that information, I am not having another compliance hearing. It's just going to be a motion to revoke. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Yeah,
Probation.
I believe you're still calling the IVR
Yes,
hotline every day.
I'm not
Still
the UA
wanting to
today.
Yes. And if she missed reporting, file a motion to revoke.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
All right. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, there it is. The baby mama of 8 was able to waddle out of the courtroom. She's going to go take a test now. She was there for failing to report her expenses or file her bills and failing to show up for her drug test. She was given one more chance, but next time there won't be a compliance hearing. The judge told probation to file a motion to revoke, and then she'll be placed in jail. I think Monica, she's been getting by for far too long. She's been on and off probation at least 3 times in the last 25 years. Always getting into something, but never really getting held accountable. That's her pattern. And I see why she can't keep any of the men around getting her pregnant. She's a deadbeat mom who has anger issues and a history indicating that she has a problem keeping her hands to herself. Then she said that she's not a user, but she found herself being charged with possession multiple times. I agree with the judge. Check on the kids to make sure they're good over there. Obviously, they're going to offer her services, but if she can't abide by these simple probation rules, she should be locked up for real. They're not asking for much. And Monica, you're way too old for this. Like, you need to grow up. If you want to see more cases like this, go ahead and subscribe to my new channel. The link will be in the description. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Single mother of 8, coming up with all of these excuses in court, digging a deeper hole for herself by lying. Special thank you to Jean. I appreciate you, Jean, for all of your support, as well as Felix. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.